Imagine a city of 24 million people suddenly falling silent. No crowds, no traffic, just an eerie stillness where the world's most vibrant economy used to breathe. What happened to the Paris of the East? Welcome back to China Uncovered. Today, we're heading deep into the heart of Shanghai to see the shocking reality of a global hub that's turning into a ghost town right before our eyes. Man, Shanghai looks totally deserted right now. It is Friday night, nearly 8:30 p.m. in Jiading. I just can't believe this. Only 8:30, yet it's empty. This place used to be packed. On December 11th, footage surfaced showing Shanghai at night, brightly lit, but feeling eerily like a ghost town. In just a few short years, Jiading shifted from a bustling hub into a silent city. These rapid shifts in Shanghai are shocking, leaving many people struggling to adapt. Over the last several days, I've noticed that crowds on the streets are getting thinner and thinner. Today, I visited City God Temple, and there were barely any visitors around at all. Back in 2018, the area was jam-packed. People used to wait in long lines for steamed buns there. It feels like Shanghai's economy really isn't what it once was. Honestly, I'm even starting to miss Chongqing a little. What should I do? We've really reached a breaking point. With the new year approaching and life being so unstable, staying or leaving is a tough call. Let's look at a once prime district in downtown Shanghai. On Nanjing West Road, there's this decaying area filled with weeds, vacant buildings, and for rent signs everywhere. The leaves on the dead trees are coated in dust. The old shop decorations remain, but they feel like ghosts of the vibrant district that used to thrive here. Now, it is only about leasing and moving. Not a single shop is open along this entire stretch anymore. There is even an old sign for a Zaya Hongshu lifestyle event. It proves this used to be a middle-class paradise. Besides the weeds, there's just scattered trash. It's truly hard to believe this is still central Shanghai. The billboards are neglected, and the courtyards stand completely empty. Spots that were once for relaxing are now locked up and hollow. This tiny 100-meter street is a world away from the massive malls and offices across the way on famous Nanjing West Road. Let's hope everything starts to improve soon. The vibe at the end of 2025 is especially chilling. It's as if Shanghai is bracing not for New Year's, but for a massive economic crash. This city, which thrived on 40 years of reform, now watches helplessly as its economy fails. Shanghai has a population of 24 million, yet the streets are empty. No one is in the malls, at the tourist spots, or in the restaurants. The barbershops and markets are deserted too. My fruit stall is empty. I keep wondering where everyone went. Is everyone just staying inside? Even if they stay home, they still need to eat, drink, and get their hair cut. So, where is everybody? Can anyone explain this? It is honestly just getting way too difficult. Have you noticed the population in Shanghai is shrinking as the old hustle and bustle vanishes? This is Jiading Road Bridge. To reach Chipu Road, I have to take this route, and every shop is shut down. At night, it feels like a ghost town. The once vibrant Shanghai Bund lost its spirit in the blink of an eye. There's a popular mall in Minhang, but now the whole street is nearly vacant. Only a few shops are clinging on. Even Starbucks, once a symbol of high-rent success, has moved out. Look here, let me show you. This is a 1-kilometer stretch in Putuo district. A few years ago, landing a shop here was nearly impossible. Now plenty of storefronts are sitting there for rent or sale. Some have been vacant for over a year. Check this out. This is Shanghai today. At 8 p.m., a massive shopping mall, tens of thousands of square meters, and not one person is inside. To those planning to start a business in Shanghai, would you still take the risk? Look at the size of this entire building. Every floor is empty. Where did everyone go? Drop a comment and let me know. Where are you watching from? Is there anywhere even more deserted than Shanghai right now? The city's malls are facing a total collapse as long-standing stores are forced to close their doors for good. Even high-end malls are seeing sales tank, and foreign-owned brands are shutting down in massive waves. Recently, the British luxury giant Harrods announced it would end its Shanghai operations in January 2026. This includes its private members club, the Harrods Mansion, the Harrods Tea Room, and its entire local staff. Harrods stated their exit was mainly due to the lease expiring, paired with shifts in China's luxury market and the landlord's new leasing plans. A former Harrods partner confirmed the news, saying, "We didn't see this coming." It seemed like a fresh business model at the time, so it's a huge pity. Perhaps this specific model just doesn't work in China. Business circles here still rely on local chambers of commerce and trade associations. Harrods, famous as the world's most luxurious department store, is a top UK retailer with nearly 200 years of history. It draws millions of members globally every year. Harrods provides a full range of goods, elite service, and truly stunning interior displays. Harrods Shanghai, a foreign enterprise under Harrods International Limited, launched in January 2020 with $23 million in registered capital. It focused on high-end retail, dining, and cultural events. By 2023, Harrods opened its exclusive club, Harrods Mansion, in a historic Jiading building. The first floor featured the tea room, while the second floor held Gordon Ramsay's private restaurant. Membership fees started at 150,000 yuan, offering elite social access. The news of Harrods leaving Shanghai triggered rumors, with many viewing it as a symptom of deeper economic rot. Wealthy citizens are departing, owners are fleeing, and foreign capital is pulling out. Housing prices are crashing. The middle class is slipping into poverty, and consumer spending is vanishing. The Harrods exit underscores the intense pressure on China's luxury sector. In Shanghai's 2025 retail scene, the trend of foreign brands pulling out is becoming common, with many following Harrods' lead. One major example is Gucci, owned by Kering Group. Facing tanking sales, Gucci closed its flagship store, which was built with a massive multi-million-dollar investment. This year, the brand shut stores in Real Shanghai and New World Daimaru. On the luxury strip of Nanjing West Road, Gucci now has only one shop left in Plaza 66. But this isn't even the most extreme case. Last year, Gucci shuttered several key city locations, including stores in Dalian Times Square, Shenyang Forum 66, and Taiyuan's Fashion Walk. A report indicates the total number of closures reached 9. Kering's financial data showed that operating profits plunged by 46% last year, with net profit dropping 62%. The report blamed the weak Chinese consumer market as the primary reason for Gucci's poor results. This reflects more than just a spending downgrade. It shows a shift in Chinese consumer mindsets. Luxury items are no longer seen as status symbols and are being replaced by practical choices. Other luxury brands face similar hurdles, though not just in Shanghai. High-end malls are the hardest hit. Brands like Bulgari and Coach updated their retail networks in China during early 2025, resulting in several store closures across the country. Additionally, Danish jeweler Pandora announced it would shut 100 Chinese stores in 2025. While it hasn't specified the impact on Shanghai, several locations will likely close, showing how mid-range luxury is especially at risk as consumers tighten their belts. Shanghai ranks second globally in mall density, with one large mall for every 80,000 residents. In Tokyo, a city famous for shopping, there's one mall for every 200,000 people. Reports indicate Shanghai now has over 400 malls, but more than 100 closed in the last 3 years. The reason is simple. The rich are leaving, the middle class is spending carefully, and regular people can't afford to shop. It's a textbook case of financial tightening. We are seeing layoffs, pay cuts, and major investment losses. Over the last 2 years, the middle class in top-tier cities has been the primary group watching their wealth evaporate. That is why malls are empty. It's not that people don't want to shop. They have simply lost the financial capacity and the desire to do it anymore. Shanghai, once the heart of industry and supply chains, now feels the heat from a sharp drop in foreign investment. Looking at the stats, foreign investment usage was shaky in early 2025. In the first quarter, actual foreign investment fell 24.8% year-over-year to $4.55 billion, signaling a loss of long-term global confidence in the Shanghai market. Shanghai, formerly China's richest city, now looks toward a grim future. Manufacturing is shrinking. Tech sectors are struggling, and rumors are flying that the Jiading industrial zone will be scrapped and turned into a town. Did you know the Jiading North Industrial Zone might become Lutang Town? Is that for real? If you know more, please let us know. Yesterday, I mentioned that Jiading Industrial Zone might be cancelled. A viewer commented that the southern zone merged with Malu Town, and the northern part is now Lutang. Some say Lutang is administratively under Shuhong Town now, and even shipping addresses have changed. Is this info legit? If anyone has the inside scoop, please fill us in. Another famous door and window firm in Jiading, Huangdu has moved out. There are so many empty factories in Shanghai now. Just look at this massive space. It's 6,000 square meters, 14-meter ceilings, 3 cranes, and 0 columns. This kind of facility is rare. The price for this spot will definitely make all the local landlords in Huangdu feel uneasy. The outdoor land here is huge. It's cloudy today, so we don't even need lights. It is perfect for production, processing, or manufacturing. To any factory owners looking for space in Shanghai, do you realize how many buildings are empty? I'm not even talking about other districts. In Jiading alone, at least 1 million square meters of space sit vacant. Many prime spots, like standalone factory buildings, have been empty for a long time without tenants. Like this one, a 1,000 square meter factory with 3 acres of land. It's been vacant for quite a while. The crane tracks are already set up, and it's bright enough that you don't need lights during the day. So, why are these great spaces still empty? Suddenly, so many solid companies in Shanghai just vanished. I'm not sure if they went bankrupt or just relocated. Volkswagen shut a plant in Antiing, and now their Nanjing facility is closing too. Toto and Yakult have also stopped their production lines. There are 2 pieces of news. The good news, great factory spaces are available. The bad news is many of these factories can't find any tenants. Spaces in Antiing and Weigang on the 5th block can't even rent for 1.1 million yuan. Factories in Huading and Shuhong are going for 80 to 90 cents per square meter. If Shanghai is like this, other cities are likely worse. These past 2 years have been incredibly tough. Several videos highlight the rising number of empty factories in the Jiading zone, where rents are cratering. Standalone plants have been vacant for over 6 months. One snarky comment mentioned the Jiading industrial zone has become a hollow shell. Volkswagen shut its Antiing plant, and their Nanjing factory also stopped. Toto and Yakult pulled their lines too. These moves show multinational corporations shifting their China strategies. Dell, Microsoft, Stanley Black & Decker, and other giants are cutting staff, closing lines, or moving supply chains elsewhere. This is hollowing out Shanghai's manufacturing sector. Empty factories mean businesses are leaving, jobs are lost, and local government tax revenue is taking a massive hit. Jiading, once the Yangtze River Delta's auto hub, also specialized in electronics and machinery. Firms like Shanghai Volkswagen and Fuyao Glass were vital to the industrial chain here, making the area a center for research, production, and trade. This status helped Shanghai stay China's industrial leader. However, rising costs and the US-China trade war have forced many companies to move. Changing tariffs and supply chain shifts have pushed companies to Southeast Asia or cheaper parts of China. Poor-performing businesses have simply closed their lines. This has revealed how fragile the industrial chain is. Analyst Zhang Xiang noted that Shanghai's car makers are already struggling to keep production going. If Jiading suppliers face logistical issues, the impact hits car factories nationwide immediately. This dependency makes Shanghai's industrial decline a systemic risk for China's entire auto sector. Jiading's fall is seen as a mirror of Shanghai's broader industrial struggle. Some argue that Shanghai's title as the industrial capital is fading, marking a shift in the landscape. For 40 years, China's growth followed a pattern: coastal areas first, then inland. The Pearl River Delta, Yangtze River Delta, and Shanghai were the main tax hubs. However, the last 3 years saw a geographical reversal. Coastal investment has plummeted, while inland investment has surged. In 2021, inland provinces got 46% of special funds. By 2023, that rose to 58%, and by 2024, it hit 64%. Over 70% of new loans from policy banks went to central and western regions, a record high. To put this in perspective, the Yunnan Water Project alone cost 220 billion yuan, while Shanghai's state investment is only 50 billion annually. This contrast shows the central government moving its focus away from the coast. Meanwhile, the decline of coastal regions is obvious. Several Guangdong cities suspended major projects, and Shanghai's project growth rate fell from 8.8% in 2021 to just 1.3%. In Zhejiang, over 800 projects were canceled or delayed. Analysts suggest Beijing worries that in a military conflict over Taiwan or the South China Sea, coastal cities are too vulnerable. Consequently, Big projects are moving inland to mitigate these risks. This strategy, plus foreign exits and industrial hollowing, has created a double crisis for the coast. They're losing both money and security. This highlights the government's strategic priorities and economic challenges. If this trend persists, China could lose the edge it built through decades of reform and global trade. However, this reversal poses a massive risk to the future. When it comes to maintaining prostate and breast health, you deserve a proactive approach, one that supports wellness from within.